Hey guys, Bert the Stormtrooper coming at you from the new Mobile Command Studio for another edition of Nerd Rage. And I've got a couple of them today. Oh boy, where to start? So let's just start from the beginning. I got one that just has me so flabbergasted. So this morning I had to cancel some meetings and some conferences that I had with some clients of mine because my boss had a meeting with a client, and they're developing a project down in Mexico. Now, these guys had insisted that I join them on the call. Hence, I had to cancel all my calls because I had to, join them for their call. They insisted that I be on the call. Even though they insisted. I'm repeating myself. They insisted that I be on the call because I speak Spanish. Okay, now nobody that was going to be on the call spoke Spanish except for me. They just wanted me on the call because I speak Spanish, and the project's going to be in Mexico. My boss had originally set it up to where he was going to take care of it so that I could take care of my clients. They insisted. I moved some stuff around. I joined the call this morning. As soon as I joined the call, everybody jumps in the call. I'm here. Good morning. Somebody, I don't know who, somebody gets on the horn and says, "Is Bert on the call this morning?" Yep, I'm here. Good morning, everybody. Hey, hola! Happy Cinco de Mayo! That's it. That is the only thing that was directed at me the entire call. Nothing else. Nobody asked me any questions. Nobody asked me anything about or said anything to me about their Mexican client. Nothing. Absolutely nothing else was said to me during the entire call except for "Hola, happy Cinco de Mayo." All right. I'm just so flabbergasted by this. Okay, so you know what? And yes, the guy was trying to be either funny or friendly or whatever. So I don't want to chew his head off. So I didn't say anything, by the way. I just turned around and looked at my boss, and we just kind of looked at each other knowingly, and just continued on the call. Yes, I speak Spanish. No, I'm not Mexican. So, just because somebody speaks Spanish or has an accent doesn't mean they're Mexican. Much love to my Mexican brothers and sisters. I am not one of those Latin people that hate every other Latin culture or whatever. Honestly, growing up in Puerto Rico, I never even heard of this supposedly rivalry between Puerto Ricans and Mexicans. Never heard of it until I came to the States. As soon as I came to the States, when I joined the Army, everybody's asking me in basic training, why do Puerto Ricans and Mexicans hate each other? And me and the Mexican guy are looking at each other going, we've never heard of this before. So anyway, yeah, much love to the Mexican brothers and sisters. But guys, not everybody that speaks Spanish is Mexican, okay? Also, Cinco de Mayo is not this huge Mexican holiday, and it most certainly is not Mexican Independence Day, as so often thought to be. Real quick, just so you guys know, just so you guys, my viewers, you guys are about to get informed. Back in the 1850s, the late 1850s, this is after the Mexican-American War and after the Reform War, Mexico was pretty much broke. The reserves were just completely depleted. And so the Mexican president made a call. He made an announcement, a law or a call or something. He made a decision that there were to be no debt payments made for the next 2 years. This did not sit well with Spain, Britain, and France, who they owed money to. So all three of them sent naval forces to Mexico to demand payment, right? So, they're the repo men of Spain and Britain and France. Britain and Spain, they come to an agreement with the Mexican people, and they leave. They leave it alone. They said, okay, yeah, they withdraw their forces. They came to an agreement. France, however, decided that this would be a good opportunity for them to set up a Latin empire that would be beneficial to them. So they start landing naval forces in Veracruz, and they start, making their attacks, and they're working their way towards Mexico City. Along the way, there is, I don't know if it's the town or the city, or it's an area known as Puebla, which I say I don't know if it's a town or city or what, because the name Pueblo means town. So I don't know if it's the town of Puebla or the city of Puebla. I don't know. Anyway, nobody cares. France had a really good army marching through, at least 6,000 strong, well equipped. When they came upon Puebla, they were met by a resistance force of the Mexican army, a small guerrilla group, if you want to call it that. They were less than 2,000, and they were very ill-equipped, poorly equipped. Battle ensued, and on May 5th, the Mexican army won against the French army. So May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, is the day that the Mexican forces won the Battle of Puebla. Now, in the overall scheme of things, that wasn't a strategically important win overall, but it did do a lot for the unification of the people, and it did a lot for bringing up morale, because it was seen as a Mexican David defeating a French Goliath. So that's why there was importance and meaning to that date and that battle. Now, in Mexico, this is not a huge holiday. Like, 4th of July here, that's Independence Day, that's a huge holiday. In Mexico, Cinco de Mayo is not a huge holiday. It's observed, maybe. You know how we have some days on the calendar that the banks are closed and the post office is closed, but everybody else is working, and there's observed in the calendar, and nobody knows why, and we're all just going about our business. That's kind of the way Cinco de Mayo is in Mexico. It's not really a holiday, it's just an observation. So there you go. That's Cinco de Mayo. Here in the States, it's somehow been turned into a go drink tequila and celebrate Mexican something day. So whatever. And you know what? I'm not to get political or anything, but people who have been chanting "Build the Wall," I hope you're not out there celebrating Cinco de Mayo right now, because that'd be a little hypocritical. But anyway, there's your history lesson for the day, for Cinco de Mayo. That's what it means. It's not mayo, it's not mayonnaise, it doesn't go into Cinco de Mayo, or none of that. And just because somebody speaks Spanish, don't yell at them, "Oh wow, happy Cinco de Mayo." Even with your best intentions, you're just making an ass of yourself, and you don't know when you're insulting somebody. So, whatever. I'm of the mind frame that, people get insulted or offended way too easily nowadays. So when I hear stuff like that, I just kind of shake my head in a combination of both a grin, giggle, and a disbelief. It didn't... I'm not really pissed off or offended about it, but these kind of things do make me feel the need to help inform people, because we need to stop being ill-informed. I don't know. Call me crazy. It's my channel, right? Anyway, what else? This one. Now this, I'm raging about this. Let me tell you about this. You guys have seen my my video about my Double Dragon machine. A while back, I found an original Double Dragon. I restored it. I brought it back to life with the help of my friend Chris. And then sometime during the restoration, another friend of mine, Patrick, he had a Double Dragon 2 board and marquee, so I got that from him. And I've integrated both boards into the machine. If you've seen my Double Dragon video, you've seen the machine playing both games. Well, currently, the way to switch between games is I have to open the machine and disconnect one board and connect the other one. So the way to get around that is there are these boards called switcher boards, where you plug in both boards or multiple boards into one. There's a button, sometimes there's a remote, and you use that to switch from one game to the other without having to open it up. I can't brain today. I has to done. So anyway, so that's what that is. So I got this board, and I got it from China. I got it from a website that I normally, and I'm going to say this because normally, the moment you say China, red flags go up and people immediately go to, oh, you should have done better. You got it from China. All right, I got this from a website that I've gotten plenty of other stuff from before, and I have been satisfied. This is a website that I trust with sellers that I trust. So I've never really had a problem on this website. I did get my credit card stolen one time. That was only ever once, and it wasn't the website's fault either. It was the seller who got caught, and the website took care of my card. So anyway, if you shop online, it doesn't matter where you're shopping online. You're always in the risk of that. I digress. So I got this board. The board did not work. It just absolutely simply did not work. So what it did is it played the video from one board while playing audio from both boards at the same time, and you try switching it and nothing happens. One of my connectors actually burnt up, and it left a scorch mark on one of my boards. So I quickly just took the whole thing apart, cleaned it. I made some repairs that I needed to make on my connector, and checked out my board, made sure that everything is good. My machine is fine now. My connectors are fine. Everything is good to go. So I wrote the seller, and I say, hey, look, this happened. This doesn't work. This is what it does. They asked me for video. I told them no, I don't have video, and I am never plugging that thing anywhere near my machine again. I'm afraid that I might cause permanent damage. Okay, no problem. Send it back. We accept your dispute, or we agree to the dispute. Send it back to us. We'll give you a full refund. They've been easygoing, right? Here's a problem. This board cost me $40. I spent over an hour at the post office today trying to get this thing mailed to China. And first, waiting in line. Then when I got to the front, they wanted me to fill out some forms. So I have to get out of line, go fill out those forms, get back in line. When I get to the front, somebody else is now taking care of me, and they want me to go get another pack or another envelope or another box or this or the other. They sent me out of the line 3 times. I had to go get out of line, get back in line, get out of line, get blah, blah, blah. I finally get ready to ship this thing. It's gonna cost me, I have 2 options. One option is over $25, and the second option is $45 to ship this. I'll pay $40 for that board. So one option, $45 option, is out of the question. I'm not gonna pay more to ship it back to China to get a negative refund. I might as well just keep the board. And I'm not going to pay $25 and wait 6 to 8 weeks so that I can get $15. It's ridiculous. So I'm stuck with this damn piece of crap now, I suppose. I emailed the seller. I explained to the seller, hey, this is what's going on. It's going to cost me more than double, almost 3/4 as much to send this thing back to you. Can you issue me a return label? We'll wait and see. If they say yes, cool. If they say no, I'm screwed. It's not on the seller to pay for me to ship it back to them. I've sold stuff online before. I know this. I can't demand for them to pay my shipping. I can only hope that they are nice enough to do so. But if not, I mean, it's $40. It's not a great loss or anything like that. But it's annoying as hell. And spending all the time that I spent at the post office today just to find out that, at best, I'm going to end up with $15. It's just not worth the hassle. I'd rather just throw it in the garbage when I get home. So, rage, whatever. Anyway, guys, that's those are my nerd rages. You know, usually when I do these videos, I have something lighthearted to balance out the video. I found something in the store. Hey, look what I got, or whatever. I don't really have anything. My first That's Just Prime is out now. Since I started doing videos again, that one just came out yesterday, as of the time of this recording. It is the new Premier Voyager Optimus Prime for the new movie. So go back and check that one out if you're looking to see that figure. I'm getting a lot of really positive feedback. Thank you guys for, you know, sticking it out and you know, tuning in and checking out the videos. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback. I've been getting a lot of requests. Now, one thing I want to remind everybody about requests. Feel free to leave me all the requests you want. Hey, we want you to do this, we want you to do that. Awesome. If it's something that I don't have, and if it's something that I don't intend to buy, or that I'm not already interested in getting, I am not going to buy something for the purposes of reviewing it. I'm not doing that anymore. If I have it and I can get to it, I will be happy to review it. If I don't have it, and it's not something that I'm already interested in, I'm just simply not going to. And I'll let you know when and if I can in the comments. I'll let you know I'm not planning on getting that. I think I already did one of those. Somebody, as soon as they saw Prime, they asked me to do Berserker. I have no intention of picking up Berserker, and I'm not going to do it just to do a review on it. And I replied, I'm probably not going to pick up the figure. If I do a review it, I'm probably not going to pick it up. That's about as nice as I can keep that. Because then we're going to go right back into this vicious cycle that I fell into last time, and we don't want to do that again. So we want to keep this a positive experience for both you and me. So with that, I think that's going to do it for this Nerd Rage. Thanks again for watching me vent my day here. I don't think I've ever done a Nerd Rage about work, you know. It's not really about work. I really enjoy what I'm doing. I'm not really raging about my work. It's just there's one situation I didn't quite even know what to think about. But anyway, yeah, so that's going to do it for today. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you want me to review something, let me know. Leave me a comment down below. Give me some thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.